twists aren't just reserved for bad M. Night Shyamalan movies anymore. Beware, spoilers ahead. Heavy Rain. Few games keep you guessing in quite the same way as the 2010 action-adventure game Heavy Rain. The game puts you in the role of 4 different characters, all of whom are attempting to uncover the identity of the Origami Killer. Among the sleuthing foursome is Scott Shelby, a former police officer and Marine-turned-private eye. Throughout the game, Shelby seems to be finding evidence that brings you closer to finding the killer, but that soon proves to be rather misleading. In truth, Shelby is actually the Origami Killer, and he's been destroying evidence linking him to his murders. Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic. It isn't particularly difficult to craft an intricate, layered story out of the vast Star Wars canon, but it is tougher to surprise true devotees of the Star Wars universe. Give credit to game developer BioWare for putting together a compelling and well-structured Knights of the Old Republic game that delivers a logical and sensible shock to players. As a Jedi plagued with amnesia, you set out to stop the evil Sith Lord Darth Malak, but are offered constant reminders of his vicious predecessor, Darth Revan. It isn't until late in the game that you learn that the fearsome Revan is actually you. From there, it is the gamer who decides Revan's fate. Portal 2. The original Portal was a surprise hit that engineered a masterful, shocking twist and spawned the iconic "the cake is a lie" meme, so gamers were eager when the sequel was released in 2011. This time around, the GLaDOS AI system, once thought to be a helpful, supportive guide, is now known to be evil and manipulative. Thankfully, the main protagonist, Chell, has been given a goofy, dim-witted sidekick named Wheatley to provide entertainment and ensure Chell isn't going at it alone. But when Chell defeats GLaDOS once again and believes she has bested her nemesis, a power-hungry Wheatley stabs her in the back and reveals himself as the game's true villain. Red Dead Redemption. Rockstar Games forayed into the Wild Wild West with 2010's Red Dead Redemption, which looked like your standard Western revenge tale. As John Marston, you are a fearless outlaw looking to break free from a life of crime by turning in the members of your old gang and reuniting with your wife and son. But the divide between good and bad is never perfectly clear, and it winds up being the lawmen who offer him a free life that double-crosses him, assailing him with a barrage of bullets in a truly shocking scene. It is then left to Marston's son Jack to avenge his father's death. Star Ocean. A key conceit that remains constant in the relationship between game and gamer is a willingness to accept the reality presented in the game at face value. When that reality is then turned on its head, it can be either satisfying or frustrating. That's why the ending of Star Ocean, a role-playing action game that tasks the player with saving the universe in the face of a threat from the evil executioners, is so controversial. The executioners are ultimately revealed to be antiviruses, and the universe you are trying to protect is merely a computer simulation. You are, in essence, a computer glitch. BioShock. Playing Jack, the main protagonist, you find yourself navigating through the underwater city of Rapture while pitted against Andrew Ryan and assisted by the guidance of Atlas. But just when everything seems cut and dry, you learn that Ryan is actually your father and Atlas is actually Frank Fontaine, the game's true antagonist and a nemesis of Ryan. Even worse, Fontaine, as Atlas, is actually manipulating Jack through a conditioned response to the seemingly polite code phrase of "Would you kindly?" Metroid. Long before games grew in complexity from both a narrative and graphic standpoint, NES gamers were being met with a shock at the end of the popular 1986 game Metroid. Metroid navigates you through the galaxy in the form of a badass armor-clad bounty hunter, Samus Aran, in a testosterone-pumping shoot-'em-up. Once the final boss is defeated and the game is won, Samus celebrates by revealing the character's true self, a woman. Infamous. The 2009 offering Infamous was presented as a mindlessly fun romp in which you, as Cole McGrath, defeat bad guys led by Kessler through the use of superpowers. But once McGrath defeats Kessler, the good guy versus bad guy dichotomy is turned on its head as Kessler reveals that the two men are one and the same. Kessler is actually McGrath from a different timeline, hoping to prevent McGrath from making the same mistakes that he did. Silent Hill 2. Released back in 2001, Silent Hill 2 has you navigating through a grim universe with a twist ending that is equal parts shocking and saddening. James Sunderland, the game's protagonist, who was lured to Silent Hill by a letter from his thought-to-be deceased wife, struggles through a journey filled with evil creatures, death, and plenty of darkness, before learning that he has actually killed his own wife. Batman: Arkham City. Rocksteady Studios adds dimension to the iconic DC Comics superhero, and nowhere is this more evident than in 2011's Arkham City, which pits Bruce Wayne against the Joker, or so we're led to believe. Joker is weakened from the possibly fatal symptoms of his consumption of the Titan formula, but then returns to full health for a final showdown with Batman. During the ultimate clash, the Joker is actually revealed to be fellow Batman villain Clayface in disguise, and is in fact near death. Did any of these endings surprise you? Leave us a comment down below and let us know, and don't forget to subscribe to The Richest for more awesome stuff daily. Thanks for watching.